Previously on this channel, this is what I recorded. Check out my pinned comments and my description box and the end cards to see this video. Hey there, what's going on? It's V from VLoveCrystals and VLoveCrystals. Hope you're doing well. Today's pick card reading is on what was their first impression of you. What did they think when they first saw you? What are they going to think when they first see you? These are your piles. Pile 1, you have the Echelon Oracle. Of course, we're going to pull some tarot cards for that too. You have, what do I want to do? This blue sea glass here. Pile 1. Pile 2, you have the New York City Tarot with this Aura Quartz, Rainbow Aura Quartz. That's for you, pile 2. And pile 3, you have the Saros Tarot with the clear crystal quartz. So these are your piles. Piles 1, 2, 3. Timestamps are always going to be linked below for your reference, so you can skip ahead. You can watch whatever pile you wish. If you want to watch the full video, that'll be awesome too. That's how you can test your intuition. So if you need more time, pause the video. Don't feel like you have to rush or make a selection right away. In real time with me, you can pause and reflect if you wish. So here we have it, 3 piles. If you're looking for charms readings, check out my other channel, VLoveCrystals. And if you're looking for more pick cards on this channel, I do have a playlist. Alright, let's dive into it. Pile 1, you're first. What's going on, pile number 1? Hope you are feeling good by the time you see this. You chose Echelon Oracle with the blue sea glass here and the bumblebee. Alright, let's see. I'm also going to pull more cards for you. I want to see what's going on here. Alright, pile number 1. What was your person's first impression of you? Pile 1. What was your person's first impression of you? Pile 1. What was your person's first impression of you? You have caring. Pile 1. What was your person's first impression of you? Or what is going to be the first impression of you? We'll see how these play out for you. This is a collective reading, timeless reading. That means it could have happened already or it's going to happen. See how it fits your energy the best. You have wishes. Pile number 1, pile number 1. Pile number 1. What was their first impression of you, or what is going to be the first impression of you? See what the votes are. Curiosity. First impression of you. Efficiency. First impressions of you. Logic. Okay. You have adjustment here as well. And I'm going to clarify everything to better understand this person's perception of you, impression of you. Okay. So for starters, what I'm getting so far is that your person sees you as someone very loving, very warm, very thoughtful. You have wishes, caring, curiosity, efficiency, logic, adjustment. Yeah, very thoughtful, charming, dreamy. They see you as someone who has a lot of hopes and dreams, someone who's ambitious. They see you as someone, or they saw you as someone who, you know, you don't take no for an answer. You go for your dreams. You go for what you're looking for. You come across as someone very confident as well. Excited about life, enthusiastic. Disciplined. You might have you have good appearance as well. Like you're very attractive. You come across as someone who's got it all together. Like either you have like a special regimen that you follow, something that you do, like a freak, what's it called? A creature of habit, where let's say they notice that you kept wiping your mouth at the dinner table, or that you kept saying excuse me every time you went to adjust your seat, or you went to go get a napkin or use the restroom. You're very charming, and you have a lot of charisma and polite manners. This, yeah, politeness about you. Alright, why is the word caring here? You come across very nurturing, very warm, welcoming, gentle. This is my Autumn's Delight Oracle. If you're interested, I do have a few left. Links are below to my eBay and Etsy shops. Why is the word caring here? For your person's first impression of you. Just very thoughtful. Talent. Like, they see that you're naturally thoughtful, naturally caring, naturally affectionate. Like, this is not something that you just put on just to impress. This is like you, this is something that you know, are about. You've been doing this for years. This is just who you are. Talent, which means that you have mastered how you are with people. It's just, it comes naturally. It's organic. To, you know, ask if someone needs a napkin. Here you go, you need a napkin. You can be someone very generous as well. Someone very skillful. Efficient. We can be talking about Virgo energy. Virgo with a little bit of, I'm sorry, Earth with a little bit of air. Why is the wishes card here? I'm getting the star energy, Aquarius, air, with logic. Why is wishes here? Why is wishes here for how your person's impression of you is? Why is the wishes here for your person's impressions of you? Patience. Okay, so you're someone who, you work on the things that you want and like, desire out of life, and you're very patient. You know you're going to get it though. So if you come across as someone very confident and you achieve goals, your person is like, I don't know if they're admiring your patience or your grace. If y'all think you got, you know, confirmation, you're just very patient with things. Like, if you've been wanting to get your waiter's attention just to be able to order food, they see you as someone who is going to get it done. It's just that you have more patience than them. You have home here, so they feel very nostalgic to you, a closeness with you. They feel, yeah, you see, you're very authentic. You're like, this is the real deal. You're authentic. You're original. You're not putting on this face, this poker face, just to save face or just to look good. This is who you are naturally. They're very interested in you. They see that there's more to you than what meets the eye. Caution, curious. They see you as someone who is very, maybe, I don't want to say in a negative way. They see you as someone who could be a little bit, no, I'm not going to say it like that. They can see you as someone who's very alert, not oblivious. You're aware of your surroundings. You are very intuitive as well. You pay attention to red flags or things that feel uncomfortable. So the impression is that you are very aware of your surroundings. Maybe you come across a little paranoid at times. That's the word I didn't want to use, but I'm just going to say it. If it fits, it fits. If not, then it doesn't. Just let it fly. That's why I feel like they see you as like very calculating in the mind. Like, you think about things, maybe you overanalyze. That's why I'm getting the earth here, the earth energy. You have fidelity here, so they see you as someone who efficient. You're very thorough. You're very committal, loyal to your relationships. You give your all. Why is a logic card here? Why is a logic card here for your person's impression of you? You basically turn their heads. You make them want to, like, yeah, scattered. See, logic, scattered, curious. You make them turn their head. You make them want to know more about you. I'm getting 10 of Swords also. Like, just there's so many piercing, intrusive thoughts. I did get the word intrusion. That you make them want to, like, ask more about you. You make them want to do some more digging. Like, why is she so cautious? Why is she always looking over her shoulder? Why is she always saying excuse me when she gets up or goes to the bathroom or you know, asks to, or I don't know, if she feels like she's in someone's way, why is she always saying excuse me? Or maybe he is. So I feel like they want to know why you're such a goody two-shoes, if that makes sense, or why you're so, like, you have like this innocent energy, this innocent air about you. And they're like, you don't have to be so polite, just go to the bathroom, you don't have to say excuse me, you don't have to, just go, you know. I don't know if that to them it's like they don't really care about those little details, but to you, you're very ladylike or a gentleman. You have crossroads here, so you could be someone on your path. You have nourishment, so they caring, nourishment. They see you as like the Empress, someone who's very warm-hearted, welcoming, courteous, considerate of other people's feelings. You have shields here, so you could be someone who is protective. Like I said, you know, I don't want to say the negative word again, but they see you as someone who's very alert around the surroundings. Maybe more alert than you should be. Maybe it was because you're both, I don't know, very protective of your own energy. Maybe it's because you were on a date and you just, maybe you met this person online and now you're meeting in person, and they see you as someone who's always looking over their shoulder, wary and a little bit cautious. You have the umbrella here, so you're very protective over your own energy. That's how they see you. They probably see you as someone who, let's see, needs to let loose a little bit or not worry so much. I think that's how they see you. They also want to see you take risks, open up, be a little bit more vulnerable. They see you, the potential of them getting to know you better and seeing what it's like once you are vulnerable and open up and trust. Obedience. They see you as someone very disciplined. Someone very disciplined. And we have obsession here. Thank you, Jack, for showing up. There you go. Jack is saying you could obsess over, or not obsess, but overanalyze the small stuff, sweat the small stuff. That's how their perception is of you. Like if, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, like if you guys were on a date and it kept raining, it kept drizzling on and off, maybe you kept mentioning it because you were nervous on a date, or maybe you didn't want to get your hair wet or your clothes wet, whatever the case is. Maybe you're worried about a thunderstorm, perhaps. This person's like noticing that you're sweating the small stuff. Maybe they see you as someone who you worry more than you should. But to them, it's not I don't know, to them those little things that you worry about, it's not even a big deal. But to you, it could be a big deal. So it's like, it's just perception, and it's their perception. But they see you as someone very fun, inviting, warm, and they want to get to know you. They know that there's patience required to get to know you better, that you will trust eventually, and they can, you know, one day trust in you eventually. They see you as someone very intuitive or spiritual. Yeah, I do see that as well. All right, let's see what these messages want to say to you. Their first impressions of you. Right, these are my message decks. These are also for sale on my shop. They're called Text from the Crush and Text from the Ex. Don't let the names fool you. These have all types of love-related messages, good and bad. You have 3 that just popped out. Tell me what you want with me. See, they're very curious. We just talked about that. We also have Discovery. So they're trying to discover you more, like trying to get you to open up more and, you know, show your true colors. And you are very original and authentic, so that's not going to be hard to do. No rush, will go at your own pace. There you go. I like that. I should have spent more time listening to you. They probably feel like the first impression was about like breaking the ice, like just getting it over with. And they, you know, maybe they felt nervous too, or maybe they felt your nervousness, and maybe that distracted them. Or maybe their nervousness distracted them, and they wish they could have spent more time talking with you, listening to you. And I feel like they want to take you out on another date. I'll never find another love like you. So they feel like there's a connection here. They feel a strong connection. And that's why they can't wait to see what, you know, what the future holds for the next, what's the next date, the next opportunity to come together. So, let's see. What messages would they like to tell you? When can I get my stuff? Maybe they let you borrow something. Maybe you left a jacket in their car, or they left a jacket, or, I don't know, a pack of cigs in your car. And they're like, oh, by the way, when can I get my stuff? You want to come over? You want to go out on another date? And then you can give me my stuff then? Like, finding a reason to see you again. It's like, they don't really care about their whatever they left in your car, or whatever they left at the dinner table or in the movie theater with you. They just want an excuse to see you again. Your presence fills my heart with so much joy. I'm here when you need me. Please send me a picture. It's hard being just friends. See, I feel like this person, they already have a sense of who you are, and they really, really like you. And the first impression, you know, as much as these little negative nuances are coming out, they see past that. They see the positives, you know. I'm being honest. I'm not going to tell you, oh, it's all fluffy, sugary rainbows. And they see everything beautiful and all the beautiful things and nice things about you. And yes, the first impression was of optimal essence and everything. No, I'm going to tell you that they did see you as someone who you seemed a little worried. You looked a little nervous, perhaps. And I think that was a little distracting, but it's not something that they think is going to be permanent or everlasting. It's not like it's going to continue happening. If you guys were to date, they understand that this was something that was new for both of you, this new meeting, and they are not looking at the little details like you were, or you were. They're looking at like you as a whole. Like, man, I can't wait to see, you know, what makes her smile or him. What takes him off, what takes him on, turns him on, all that fun stuff. I can't wait to get to know more. And so, yeah, they were looking at you up and down. They were really admiring your beauty. I do see beauty energy, like appearance energy here, like liking you for who you are physically as well. There is a choice here. You guys can continue to go down this path, or you guys can just, you know, play with the idea of just, you know, getting to know each other first and then going out on more dates. You do have options here. Alright, let's see what the advice is for you. Awesome. Pile number 1. What is advice? So this deck is called Porcelain Dolls, Love Lenormand. Thanks to Jasmine Becca Griffith's permission. This is for sale in my shop as well. What's the advice for this connection so that it can prosper and get out of the awkward first date stage? I know it's always awkward, but I think this first impression is not what makes you both, you know. It doesn't what defines you as a person. They see past it. That's why we got the skeleton card here. They see past it. They see past your shyness or your nervousness, and that's what makes you so intriguing. It's like they can't wait to get to know more. What's beyond the shy energy that you possess? What is it? Yeah, they're gonna feel really drawn to you. So you have situationship, casual connection, no labels, unclear intentions. So you guys might start off as, you know, as like a casual dating energy, casual dating relationship here, and then it starts progressing over time. Maybe you guys will start slow. Letter, correspondence, messages, fast developments. Oh, maybe it won't start slow. Oh, maybe it'll maybe that's what the intention is, to go slow, but it starts picking up speed. Masquerade, disguise, lies, untruthful friends. So you could be still hiding parts of yourself. Maybe you're afraid to be vulnerable. That's okay. It's going to happen with time. Tree, past life connection, deep bonds, everlasting love. And eventually you'll start to open up and be more vulnerable with this person. But you do have masks here. So you're like hiding some parts of yourself that you don't want your person to see. Maybe you don't want them to judge you. Or maybe that's what they're doing. They don't want you to see certain parts of them. Maybe they're afraid of you judging them. So that's what I leave you with. Thank you so much for your time, your love, your support, your energy. Let me know if you have any rare decks and how you use them. Tag me on social media. If you're looking for a personal reading, I do have them over on Etsy, and I'll catch you next time. We're going to head on to pile number 2. Let me know if this is your person. I would love to hear all about it in the comments. Alright, pile number 2. Hello. You chose the New York City Tarot with the Aura Quartz, Rainbow Aura Quartz. Hello, friend. Thank you so much for your time. We love your support. Hope you're having a fantastic fall so far. So let's get into your person, for your person's first impression, what it's going to be or what it is. What it was. What was their first impression? Or what it's going to be when you first meet your person. If you haven't met them already, of course. So let's see. Pile number awesome 2. What was their first, or what is their first impression of you? Thank you so much for your time, your love, your support. Thank you so much for clicking on this pile. Let me know that you did so by leaving a comment. Pile number 2, what is their first impression of you? Pile number 2, what is your person's first impression of you? New people, new love. I'm sorry, new people, new energy, new cards. What was your person's first impression of you? Pile number 2. Pile number 2, what is your person's impression of you? Pile number 2. Alright, you have the Temperance, the 4 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups here. Interesting with the 8 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. Alright, alright. This is a little bit of a wonky reading, to be honest. Very wonky. It's not what I was hoping for, to be honest. I'm a hopeless romantic. Ooh, even though I don't sugarcoat either. Even though I'm a hopeless romantic, I do tell you what the flaws and the hiccups are. And there's a lot of hiccups in this one. With the exception of the Page here. And the Temperance and 2 of Pentacles. Okay. What is that? The 4. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. Alright, you know what? I am going to clarify because I'm going to be like, what? I'm going to be so dumbfounded if this happens to be just exaggerated. Like, it's just a little bit of a hiccup, but maybe it's coming across like a big statement. And so we're gonna figure it out. So you have the Temperance to start with and the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like the first impression of you was them trying to get you to open up a little bit. To help you outside of your shy energy or your reserved energy or your playing hard to get energy. You have the 9 of Swords here. I think they see you as someone who you can't, okay, alright, I'm getting it. You came across someone very, very scared. Like scared to talk to your person, scared to initiate. You also came across as someone who hasn't healed completely. But you're in the middle of it. Like they see you as someone who's almost, healing. Someone who is almost ready to move on and start a new relationship with them. But not quite. They do see potential in, getting to know you better. Maybe as friends at first so that they don't lose touch with you and so that you can, go about your business and take care of what you abandoned or take care of what abandoned you. Heal out what abandoned you. If someone abandoned you and if you're like in the middle of a breakup or you just got over a breakup or you just, I don't know, you had to leave someone or something behind. Maybe that's what you guys were talking about the whole length of your first meetup or date. So they see you as someone who isn't all put together just yet. You're not all healed or ready to date. Even though you might be ready, but they don't perceive this. I don't know why. It could just be an assumption. Just their perception of what they know so far. Okay, so why is the Temperance card here? This is my Porcelain Dolls Love Lenormand for sale on eBay and Etsy. Links are below. Why is the Temperance card here for your person's first impression of you? Infidelity, deceit, manipulation. Okay. See, that's why I feel like, I don't know if you guys talked all about your breakup with someone else and how someone cheated on you or how someone, or how your past relationships failed. I don't know if that's what you were talking about, the whole length of your meetup, your date, your encounter with this new individual. But they're realizing how you were wronged. They're realizing what you've been through. So for those of you who haven't even met this person, you know, use this advice. Put it in your back pocket to remind you. But this person, I think when you meet them, try not to talk about your ex relationships. Yeah, don't talk about your exes with this person. Keep it fun. Keep it about your future, what you want. Keep it about, yeah, see, look, hardship, burdens, challenges. Yeah, don't talk about anything negative or about anything that can compare this new person to your exes, because that's going to be a turn off. It's going to be like, ugh. Like, why is she comparing me to her ex while we're having a first date? This is weird. Is she not over him or her? Or he? Is he not over them? Or she not over them? What's going on here? Why am I here? Am I a psychologist just listening to this conversation? What's going on here? Four of Pentacles, they see you as someone who is not, maybe not over the past. You're still holding on to burdens and challenges from the past. And now the other token, or not the token, but the other side of the fence could be that their first impression of you was clouded or foggy. Their perception of you was a little fogged up because they are not over their ex. They are still trying to heal. So it's kind of like they have a distorted version of you because they're not completely at a place to start dating for real, for real. So for example, they think they're over their ex and then they come and have a date with you, but then they start talking about things that their ex did that pissed them off. And so you're like, what the heck am I doing here? Am I your psychologist? We're talking about your ex on our first date? Seriously? So that's what I'm getting here. Okay. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Someone's holding on to something for their life. Yep. Trauma bond. Someone is holding on to a bond or trauma for dear life. Someone's holding on to abuse, perhaps emotional abuse. Someone's holding on to something that they encountered prior to this new date here, whether it was on your part or theirs. Energies can be reversed. This is a collective reading. Take what's yours and let the rest fly. Also, this can be very timeless, so this could have just happened, or this is currently happened, or this is what's going to happen, something that you're going to encounter when you come together with this person. That's the conversation that's going to take place. Not happen with this person. This is not going to happen with this person, but this is a conversation that could happen with this person about someone feeling abandoned, brokenhearted, cheated on, or there's a trauma bond here, and now you guys are talking about it at your first date. Okay, so yeah, so this is a lesson for us all. When we try to have a first date with someone new, let's not talk about past trauma. Not on the first date. Maybe when you guys get to know each other and it's very, you know, you're very vulnerable and you guys are sharing experiences and you know, stuff that you've both been through that makes you who you are today, then that's something different, but not on the first date. Just saying. Okay. Alright. I feel like this guy right here who's the barista, he's making a drink. It's like he's overhearing a conversation and he's like, oh my gosh, please let me just, I hope this water doesn't run out of this canister. I really don't want to serve this drink right now. I just want to keep mixing drinks. I don't want to serve this drink because then that means I have to keep hearing them. I have to bring this to them and hear their conversation. Or someone's like on the outskirts listening to you guys banter and talk, and they're like, oh my gosh, no, they're not talking about exes and drama. Oh my gosh. Do I really want to serve this alcohol? Oh my gosh, I served too much alcohol. Now they're talking about things that they shouldn't be talking about at this first meeting, this first date. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm getting. Nine of Swords, somebody's worried about something. I feel like someone's going home regretting what was said. Regretting, because you see all these drinks right here, all these cups spilled over. It's like, oh man, I had too much to drink. What did I say? Why is the Nine of Swords here? Hurt, hearts, romance, affection, deep feelings. So someone's feeling now in their heart space like, oh man, I hope I didn't turn them off. I hope that I get to see them again. This first impression, what was it? Do they think I'm dateable again? Like, would they want to go on a second date? Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. And the other person could be like, oh my gosh, she talked about so much stuff, but I hope she doesn't think I don't like her, so I still want to get to know her. You know, it's that energy. 5 of Cups also. It's like, okay, we had, you know, a weird first date, but I still want more chances. I still want to see what we can do with this connection. 2 of Pentacles. We can still try to make this work. I feel like your person, or you both, could be dating other people as well. But you're still interested in each other, even so. Why is the 5 of Cups here? Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Why is the 5 of Cups? Present. Painful ending, dying love, troubled relationship. See, this is what I'm saying. 5 of Cups, a mourning. Someone was mourning a loss with the 9 of Swords at the dinner table with the first date, and it could have taken a few alcoholic drinks to get you to open up about your ex drama, and now they're like, oh my gosh, I opened up a can of worms on the first date. Okay, I'll be there for her, but I hope this doesn't happen again. I'm still eager to learn more about you. Page of Cups, I still want to exchange messages, lovey-dovey messages, romantic gestures, I still want to get to know you. Hopefully the second date is what takes the cake. Why is the 2 of Pentacles here? Why is the 2 of Pentacles here? Birds, dating, communication, gossip. Yeah, they still want to date you. They still want to date you. They still want to continue getting to know you despite what happened on the first date, the first impression. Yeah, see, correspondence, message, fast developments with the Page of Cups. That's exactly what that is. Messages about something that's very, you know, emotional or like crush-worthy material. Like, oh, you look so cute today. I'm so happy we got to meet. All that fun stuff. They still want to flirt with you is what I'm saying. Or seeing. Why is the 8 of Cups here? Why is the 8 of Cups here? You definitely both left home thinking you wanted to see more or wanted to know more. So masculinity, gentleness, sweet-tempered. You both went home thinking about like, wow, that was a weird first date, but I still had a good time. Authority, loyalty, maternal love. Yes, so you there's still potential here. This person still like is interested. No matter what you guys talked about, this person still wants to explore and see where this can go. I think, you know, to be honest, this could have been you both just, you both having too much to drink perhaps, or just, you know, feeling the energy, feeling so open and honest with each other, like you've known each other for years, and everything just started pouring out, like this canister into this wine glass. And now you're thinking, was that appropriate conversation? Should we have talked about all that when we were just getting to know each other? It is what it is. You know, I feel like this is a mutual thing. You both talked about too much stuff all at first. I mean, which is a good sign too, because it means you felt comfortable enough to do so. Alright, let's see what the messages want to come out. This is my Indigo Moon Love Confessions and Bittersweet Love Tea Oracles. If you're easily triggered, click off the video and I won't get offended. Let's see what other messages they would like to. No more hiding, I'm ready for true love. So they still want to get to know you. They're still intrigued. I'm not being honest with you or myself. I don't know what that's about. What is that about? I'm not being honest with you or myself. What does that mean? Are they holding back? I want it all with you or nothing at all. So they could be holding it back, acting like they're not interested or intrigued, but they really are. They're trying to play it cool. Yeah, see, look at that. They feel a deep connection with you, but they're playing cool. They're like, oh, yeah, she's alright. He's cool. It's all good. You are very interesting. Sure. Yeah, we can go on a date. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they're like, oh my gosh, I had so much fun. Next time we'll talk about something more fun. But look, I miss your sweet face. So they're thinking about you. Call me. I want to hear your voice. I'm done with work. Can you meet up? So it's like they want another rendezvous of a date. Maybe a second chance, you know? Second date. Second time's the charm. Third time's the charm here. So that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 2. Let me know if this resonates. If not, then it's not your story. Don't make it fit. If you want a personal reading, I can do that for you over on my Etsy shop. I do personal readings all the time. You can see my testimonials. I'll catch you next time. I'm going to head on to pile 3. Hello, pile number 3. How you doing? You chose the Amplifier Crystal Quartz, Clear Crystal Quartz with the Saros Tarot. Alright, let's figure this out. Let's see what is going on here. What is your person's first impression going to be? Or if you already met them, what was their first impression? However it rolls out. Pile number awesome 3. 3 friends. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I post every single day. Thank you for coming back for more readings. I have pick a cards in my playlist. Plenty in there. 500 plus videos. Alright, let's do this. Pile number 3. What was or what is their first impression? What was their first impression? What is going to be their first impression of you? Pile number 3. Pile number 3. First impression of you. Pile number 3. You have the 5 of Cups. That also came out in pile 2. Different deck. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. New message, new energy. Pile number 3. What was their first impression of you? First impression of you, pile number 3. The Lovers. Oh boy. 9 of Wands. 7 of Swords. The Sun. And the Queen of Wands. Nice. This is very cool. We start off a little rocky though. But I feel like it has promise here. With the fire cards at the very end. Okay, so for starters, 5 of Cups, you guys at first meet. There's a disappointment here. But we make up with it in feelings. You know, feeling, and also feeling connected. Feeling comfortable with each other. So I don't know, one of you was super late, or the other person canceled and had to reschedule, or one person, they had a vision in mind and it's not what they thought you would be when they first met you, but then you guys end up talking, or maybe that they're not what you thought they would be when you first met them, but then you guys start talking and vibing and the chemistry starts, you know, picking up. 9 of Wands, someone is, you know, holding back, maybe feeling defensive or afraid to take a chance, a risk. Afraid to be vulnerable. 7 of Swords, so you hide. Someone hides here. Someone kind of hides their true self because they don't want to let their guard down just yet. But there is passion here. There's interest. I feel like this first impression is someone playing it safe on a first date. Playing it safe, not wanting to take a risk, not wanting to, you know, be too open or too vulnerable. And then it feels like there's a turn of events here. I don't know if you guys have like a second wind here, maybe a second date it starts to pick up, or you guys decide to do something to help you get out of your comfort zones. Maybe there's a carnival. You do something outdoorsy to help break the ice, to help ease the flow. And then that's when things start jump starting. That's when things start to really pick up. You start to really vibe. Okay, this is how I feel it's going to play out. The first impression, it's like you guys meet at a bar perhaps. Because I feel like, you know, I was just getting intoxication. Like having too much to drink, and then feeling, instead of feeling, you know, loose and fun and like anything goes, I think this happened to be the opposite. Some people can, you know, have too much to drink and then start feeling emotional and start crying, and maybe that's what happens with you. And so maybe you thought you would be able to open up a little bit, but then having too much to drink kind of like changed the trajectory of this date. It just turned left. And then We have 2 cups left. It's like, okay, well, the night's still young. How about we make something out of this date? Let's do something different. And then you guys go outside, maybe for a walk. Maybe you go out on a boat ride or a hike or something like that. Or maybe there's like I don't know, like a family gathering after. Or a movie theater. No, I think it's more like outside. I see the sun with the Queen of Wands. I see the sunflowers. Get a lot of fun air. So maybe you guys go for like a bike ride or a drive somewhere, and then you start vibing. You take yourselves away from the alcohol, and then you start vibing in a different environment, and then that's when things start picking up pace. That's how I feel this is playing out. It's like you meet somewhere where it makes you both feel uncomfortable, or maybe one person feels good, the other person feels a little out of sorts. Like, let's say your first date is at a karaoke bar and everybody's drinking, so then you feel pressured and you start, and then everybody starts doing karaoke and you're like, oh, that's not my thing, but you do it anyway because you want to have a good time, or because your date paid for everything, and you're like, okay, and then you realized, oh, I'm having a miserable time. So then 7 of Swords is like it's like you're faking the funk. You're acting like you're having a good time, but then you're really just wanting to go home. But then your person starts to pick up on it, and maybe your person has other plans, like, oh, let's do this. So then you guys, you know, the night is still young, so you start to go for a walk, or maybe you go to a quiet restaurant or something like that for dinner, but it's outside. And then you start to feel romantic, and you start feeling the vibes, and then things start flowing from that point. I like this. Okay. So what I'm saying is, or what I'm seeing is that it starts a little rocky, but there you can, underneath this all, you still have chemistry and passion here. Underneath this awkward tension, there's still, you know, something that's very interesting. You still have, you know, feelings for each other, to, you know, take yourselves out of this environment and into something new. But maybe you don't feel like saying anything, like, because maybe you don't want to mess up a good date. Maybe that's what you think. If you say something, you're gonna mess up a good date. But your person's like, just be honest. Why is the 5 of Cups here? Let's clarify everything, and then we'll get into some love messages. Pile number 3. Why is the 5 of Cups here? So the first impression of you is that they can see that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. They feel a connection with you, a bond. They feel attracted to you. They feel like they want to communicate and date you more. They feel like there's choices, you know, there's things for you to do with each other going forward. This person feels optimistic, and they see that you're struggling, you know, maybe you're feeling uncomfortable, and they can see it, they can sense it. Because you seem a little guarded or defensive, or a little closed off a little bit, maybe too reserved or shy, or feeling just very uneasy. This person picks up on it, and then they're like, okay, let's take this, let's put a pin in it, and let's take this conversation elsewhere. And so, or you could be the one saying, look, I'm feeling uncomfortable, and look, I'm not having it, I'm either going home or let's go somewhere else. 7 of Swords, it's like I don't think you're being honest. I think, yeah, you're like, yeah, I'm having a good time, but you know what, I gotta go home, and I'm not feeling well. And they're like, what? Wait, hold on. Okay, I can see you're not feeling comfortable. Is this place too much for you? And then you would be like, yes. And they'd be like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. You know, I'm glad that you told me. And then they take you elsewhere. They change the scene. So you have Lily, sensuality, morality, wisdom. So they see you as someone very attractive. They see your beauty inside and out. There's, you know, choices here for you guys. This person feels optimistic about what, you know, different things you guys can try to get to know each other better in the future. Why is the Lover's card here? Why is the Lover's card here? This is my Porcelain Dolls Love Ornament. I love how it shuffles like butter. Especially if you've had it for a few, like, months, it starts to really jive. So, very awesome, you break it in. I have these on my eBay and Etsy shops. So why is, nope, too many cards. Why is the Lover's card here? Change, fertility, improvement. So I feel like by you meeting, it totally changed the scene. It upped the bar, the level. It helped them kind of like put pieces together in their hearts or in their minds about you. Like if you were talking online and then you meet in person, it's like they're putting the pieces together in their minds, and they're like, oh, okay. Way better in person. Why is the Nine of Wands here? What's going on with the Nine of Wands here? Why is the Nine of Wands here? What's going on with this thing? Why? Nine of Wands, Nine of Wands. So you have coffin, painful ending, dying love, troubled relationship. So you could be, you know, suffering from a past connection, and maybe you're projecting this onto the person that you're dating here, and they're like, nope, I'm not like your past. I'm not like your ex. I'm different. Yeah, fish, wealth, deep connection, ebb and flow. Yeah. There's something here worth exploring. This is getting me excited for you. This is like, you have Queen of Wands, so there's attraction, there's magnetism, there's chemistry. This person is seen behind all your shyness or your reservedness, or you're, you know, feeling out of sorts. They're like, you know, they don't want you to feel that way, so they're looking past that. That's not who you are. But then they take their environment, they kind of like make it fun for you. They, you know, and then all of a sudden you start to feel more at ease. You have a sweet escape. Yeah, see, you end up going somewhere else. Transformation. Yes, the energy starts to shift and change. It could be that you met in a busy place, and that's not for you. Maybe a bar, a concert. You couldn't even hear yourselves talk. Maybe you went to a loud movie, and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you're like closed off. You're feeling all so uncomfortable, so out of whack. And then your person's like, hey, let's take a stroll around the block, the neighborhood. And you see all the beautiful lights at night, and there's a lot of people walking, and then you feel, or maybe it's sunny day. Then you start to feel at ease, and you can actually hear yourself speak. You start to, you know, look at the beautiful birds flying everywhere. You hear the birds chirping, and it feels romantic. Value, respect, confidence. Your person starts to see your value, your worth. You start to see who you are in the sunlight when you're feeling so comfortable in your own skin and confident. Then you're like starting to feel so like you start to shine more in the sun with the sunflower. And then it's like, oh my gosh, I really like this person. I just can't take her to the bar or the or the loud karaoke or the concert, or I can't ask her to go, her or him to go to my friend's baby shower. That was just too intense. Too many family members. And this is supposed to be a brand new date. You have hardships, burdens, challenges. So you're overcoming these challenges. You got over it by changing the scene, changing the energy, transmuting it. So it was a hardship meeting this person at first. Maybe you felt really, really, really uncomfortable even, yeah, seeing them face to face for the first time. Look at that. You guys could have been, yeah, this actually came out before, and then I shuffled it back in. It was too many cards. Social media, online dating, keep tag, sexting. So this is like saying they're very thrilled at what, well, you know what, it is hovering over the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I have two scenarios because this is a collective. Just leave the rest if it does not fit you. Okay, friends? If it does fit you, then freaking beautiful. So for some of you, you had a picture in your mind, and then you see them and they're much older than their photo, or it's someone else. It's a different person than what their photo, what the person gave you as a photo. And you're like, and then, you know, you're matching the photo in your mind, or what you remember, to the person in front of you. And then you're like, this is weird. But then you get to know them, because there is a little bit of deception here. You get to know them and you're like, what's the dealio here? But then you let your guards down, and then you have a good time, and then you like kind of like change the energy, the scenery, and then you feel more at ease. You get to know this person, and you end up liking them, even though they kind of gave you an old photo. Something like that. For others of you, you have one thing in your mind, you know, and then you meet each other and you feel disappointed because you didn't envision yourself having a miserable time at karaoke or something like that, or a bar, or an escape room, or a break anger room, or whatever, something chaotic, axe throwing. Maybe you didn't want to do all that, you know, physical hobby sports stuff. Maybe they invited you to a sports bar and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not into sports. And so you know, you feel disappointed, but then over time, you know, you start lightening up, you start having fun. Maybe you do have a few drinks and maybe that changes your mood and you start feeling more comfortable. Or maybe it's the opposite. So you have learning, hidden truth, and secret admirer. So you end up learning a lot from this person in a short amount of time, and you end up liking who they are. You find attraction. Fresh start, innocence. There you go. Then you start to feel something else bubbling. Like, oh, okay, I'm starting to feel something here. Alright, let's see what the messages are. This is very cool energy. First impressions are everything in this person. They probably gave you the impression that you didn't, you know, really like too much. And then maybe the second date is much better. Or maybe halfway through the date you start feeling differently. Alright, you start letting your guard down one at a time. Okay, let's see. What messages want to come through? This is my Indigo Moon Love Confessions and Bittersweet Love Tea. Let's see what messages want to come through from your person. Pile number 3. Pile number 3, what messages want to come through? Because they have first impressions. What would they like to tell you if they could? You have seeing you happy sets me free. You have sweet escape. So now it's like they're at ease now that you have met you because they like you now. You have butterflies. I thought I saw butterflies here. Let's see. You got butterfly here. So they're like, okay, I'm digging this. Oh, I see butterflies right here. So that now you're feeling like, okay, I can be myself around you. Oh, that's what it is. You're feeling very guarded at first. Maybe they were intimidating, Queen of Wands. Maybe that's what it is. You felt intimidated at first glance or at first meet. Or maybe they felt intimidated. And then finally they warmed up to you. You make me feel confident. There you go. And sexy. See? Queen of Wands. See what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. It's like, look, no more games. Your partner has new goals. It's kind of like, they're like saying, it's kind of like someone felt intimidated by someone's height. Or their looks. Or misled in some way. And then they're like, oh, you're shorter than I thought you were. Or you're taller than I thought you were. Or you're thinner. Or you're bigger. Or you're more attractive than I thought you were, or less attractive than I thought you were, whatever the case is. And then finally, it's like the eyes are playing tricks. Not really. It could have been that they sent you the wrong photo, like I said. It's kind of like that energy. Like someone's hopes are high, and then they meet, and the first impression is like, oh man, like a little bit of disappointment. Like, oh man, you smoke. Oh man, how did I not know that? Oh man, you drink like a sailor. Oh man, you know, or a pirate, whatever they say. And so then you look past it and then you start to really bond based on other conversations. Alright, so that's pretty much what I'm getting here. Let me know if this resonates. I hope to hear from you in the comments. I'll catch you in the next video. And let me know that you visited by putting number 3 in the comments section. And if you want more personal readings, I do them over on my Etsy. All the decks I used today from my shop will be linked below, as well as other beautiful creators' shops. Take care. I'm B. Bye-bye.